Hello, welcome to Driver's Seat and to the all-new second generation Audi A5. Now, it's available with three engines, a 2-litre turbo petrol, a 2-litre turbo diesel, and the 3-litre twin turbo that's in this S5 version. It's also available in 4 trims, SE, Sport, S-Line, and the S5. So the all-new A5 cab is lighter than before by 55 kilograms. It's a little bit longer by 50 mil, whilst the wheelbase has been stretched by 14 millimeters as well. It's actually a little bit narrower than the model it replaces. The most important thing with this car is the folding electric roof. Now, it's got a 3-layered acoustic fabric top, which can raise and lower at speeds up to 31 miles an hour. It takes 15 seconds to put down and 18 seconds to raise. So the A5 Cabriolet is the third of the A5 family to be launched recently, joining the 2-door coupe and the 5-door sportback. Prices kick off from £35,235, although this range-topping S5 version is £51,835. So the new Cabriolet's interior is borrowed from the coupe, so it's all very familiar to the latest Audi and Audi A4. You get the bolt-on infotainment screen, climate control in the middle, whilst the automatic gearbox down here with its T-shaped handle. To control the infotainment screen, you've got the scratch pad and rotary dial with shortcut buttons. It's easy to get comfortable in here. I've got an electrically adjustable driver's seat, which has also got electric lumbar support. The steering wheel offers good reach and rake, is flat bottomed, leather wrapped, and this one has the electronic virtual cockpit. There's good storage. The door bin's a little bit narrow to get in, but you can get a lot of smaller items in here. There's 2 cup holders up front with a little tray, whilst the armrest reveals more storage beneath. The glove box is well sized. Let's get into the back. So getting into the back, pull this lever here. I can climb in because I've got the roof down. And once in, it's not too bad. It's not too much leg and knee room, but I could cope for shorter journeys. The headrests are adjustable and the seats are very comfortable, though they do pinch slightly, so you feel as though you're being moved into the center of the car. There's 2 cup holders formed in the middle, and this has got the 3-zone climate control. The boot lid is electric, so you can release it off your key fob, and it's not too badly sized. You do get this drop-down panel when the roof's down, but that disappears when the roof is up, giving you more storage. And there's 2 releases to drop the back seats. Under the floor is a space-saving tyre. I think it's about time we find out what the S5 can do. The 3-litre twin-turbo V6 develops 349 brake horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. Now that's enough to get this from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 5.1 seconds. All that torque's available from 1370 revs per minute up to 4,500, whilst max power goes from 5.4 to 6,500 revs. According to Audi, this will return 36.4 miles per gallon on an official combined cycle and emit 177 grams per kilometre of CO2. This has an 8-speed Tiptonic gearbox with steering wheel mounted paddles, and it gets all-wheel drive quattro traction. This really does have a soundtrack to die for. Those quad exhausts singing behind me, and what a lovely tune it is. This thing really does pull in each gear from very low down. There's no noticeable turbo lag. There's no flat spots in its delivery. It's just consistent and super powerful. But it's not a scary fast because of that all-wheel drive system. Puts the power down so well. It's very controllable, very manageable. I'm quite enjoying flicking through the gears with the steering wheel mounted paddles. Downshifts are pretty quick, and the numbers are telling me it's changing quickly. Engine note is a little bit of a delay, but power's there pretty much as soon as I sink the accelerator for this thing to take off. The S5 really does have a very lovely ride. It's surprising given its 19-inch alloy wheels, it's sport suspension. It's really rather comfortable. There's a little bit of body lean going into the corners, but it's very well composed. There's a shift of inertia weight, but it's not too bad at all. It feels light as well. It doesn't feel heavy or lumbersome at all. It feels like you can chuck it around. Yeah, you get a little bit of body roll into the corners. There's a tad of movement there, but it clings on. In fact, you can almost hear the tarmac screaming as the Quattro system digs into it. As soon as it wants to understeer, just put a bit more throttle on. It bites into the tarmac and turns in even sharper. I've got my drive select settings here. I've been in dynamic so far, but if I want to change that into comfort, the engine becomes quieter and everything's a little bit more civilized, but where's the fun in that? Dynamic it is. So with the windows up and the wind diffuser in place, it keeps it quite bluster free in the cabin. I'm not getting too much of a new hairdo. However, if I do want to look like I've just been through a wind tunnel, even all the windows down won't do it. It really does stay quite composed in here. So I'm just pulling over to pop the roof up. So there's two buttons, one up, one down. That's the wrong one. This is meant to be 18 seconds of your life, which again can be done at speeds up to 31 miles an hour. And there we go, ready for the off. So if I pop all the windows up, I'm going to put it into comfort mode. I'm going to take it out of dynamic settings on the gearbox. I'm doing 50 miles an hour, it's very quiet. The only thing I can really hear is the air coming out of the ventilation system. But that's very quiet. The 3 layers of fabric roof are doing their job at keeping everything nice and refined in here. In fact, you'd probably struggle at speeds up to 60 miles an hour to realise it's actually got a fabric hood. Approaching 60, you get a little bit of wind noise, but that's very, very impressive. But having the roof up is pretty boring, so I'm going to slow down to 30 miles an hour or 31 miles an hour and see if this thing will go down. Well, I have to admit I'm a little bit smitten. This thing handles well, it's got a lovely ride, amazing performance, and that soundtrack from the quad exhaust is phenomenal. And when it looks this good, what's not to like? Remember to check out our review of the Audi A5 Coupe. Thanks for watching Driver's Seat. Remember to subscribe to the channel for free and let us know in the comments section below what you think of the all-new A5 Cabriolet.